I mean, these things
All
are
right, Brittney, thank you for joining us.
Hmm.
First up is going to be Raphael Hands with the 3-point conversion, followed by Paul Richardson.
I'm sorry, I just missed my whole mouth trying to drink some water. Oh my God, it's early.
Hello, Brittney. How are you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I need some coffee probably.
I bet. Coming back from Russia, what's the difference playing in Russia and playing here?
I mean, this facility, I mean, they did an amazing job. Our practice facility, the arena, playing in front of the X Factor. I mean, that's what's different. Don't have Diana there with me anymore. So it's definitely different. The play is a little bit different. You know, you got a lot of the national team players from all over playing on all the top EuroLeague teams, and then Russian league, you know, is a grind. So it feels good just to be back home though after everything. Got some championships though.
And then just real quick follow-up, this media day, we got some fun. So what would you take from Diana's game and Skylar's game to add to yours? If you could.
Diana's deep threes, and then Skylar's quickness for sure, and ball handling. Yeah, I'll take those two things from both of them.
Yeah. Next up is Paul Richardson with the Sports Cave, and then Michelle Vopel.
BG, welcome back.
Thank you.
So, again, new cast of characters, but some of the same. How cool is it going to be to now have training camp under your belt, playing with Sky and building that relationship? And obviously, you and Diana know each other, but before you look in this season with this team.
I'm definitely looking forward to it even more. I was just saying, like, I'm kind of sad that we're not practicing today. Actually, shocker that I'm saying that. Ask me if I feel the same later at the end of the season. But yeah, yesterday was my first day on the court with everybody, and just kind of grooving out there on the court, and it felt really good actually. We were definitely getting our grooves ready. So I can't wait for the next couple of practices. Got Seattle preseason game on the 8th, and got them again after that back here at home, I believe. So it's just good being able to have this time and to get that chemistry going before our first game.
Next, we'll go to Michelle Vopel with ESPN, and then Jeff Metcalf.
Brittney, you know, when you won your championship with the Mercury, you're still such a young player. And since then, you know, you've gone on to win, you know, other championships, and you're coming off championships overseas. How does that maturity, how does that factor into how badly you want to win again with the Mercury? And do you carry some of those good vibes, you know, from ECAT into what you're doing now?
Definitely. I mean, it took everybody. And that's something that I learned every time. And, you know, I'm lucky enough to be in a championship game that it really does take everybody. The Final Four for EuroLeague this year, it took all of us, you know, from the start of the game to the end of the game. Russian League took every single one of us. And I'm definitely have like a huge like burn underneath my ass because I didn't get to play in the final game because I had that detached retina with Mercury. So I didn't get to play in the last game. And I want to get back to the finals and play in the very last game when we win.
You know, you talked to us back in February with USA Basketball about the work you'd done in terms of seeing a counselor and all the difficulties of the bubble. And Sandy said to us last week just how she felt like that little break from everything where you got to go do maybe fun things helped you. Do you feel that's helped going into this season?
Definitely. Oh man, it helped big time. I didn't go overseas until January either. So, I mean, just having that break, it honestly was my first break I've had since college. Like college straight in, you know, overseas, WNBA, world championships, Olympics in Rio. Like it's always like, it's been just go. And, you know, I hate that it had to come in the middle of the season last year, how I did and everything, but it was such a good reset and a good moment at that time for me to just be able to breathe and rest and get myself together. fully, like actually fully, not rush trying to do it either.
Next, we'll go to Jeff Metcalf with the Arizona Republic, and then Ann Myers Drysdale.
Tarazi was saying that she pretty much just ignores social media, whatever anybody says. You're always kind of a lightning rod. Are you able to do the same thing?
Sometimes I'm human. For the most part, I do good with it. And then I have my moments where it's just like, I'm human, you know, it gets to me. Like, and sometimes like I'll have like a little back and forth with somebody on Instagram that's like super over entitled or doesn't know anything about our league or anything about me. You know, everybody always has their own opinions, and I'm all for opinions. It's just sometimes how they attack our league and us as women playing basketball. It's just it's just rude and honestly disheartening.
Also, Dee was saying if you guys can strike the right balance, you know, and you guys were looking for that in the bubble last year and maybe never quite got there before you left. But if you can strike the right balance with all the weapons you have, this team's going to be very competitive. Do you kind of see the same thing, and what's your role in that?
Definitely. Just finding the right balance. You know, we have inside, we have outside shooters, people that can get to the rim, and just knowing, you know, what we need at different times of the game, which games, you know, it might be a big outside presence, and in some games it might be an inside, some games it might be a little bit of both. So just finding that right balance and just putting it together. So I think it'll be good for us. Definitely versatile.
We have time for a few more. Next up is Ann Myers Drysdale, and then Sierra Santos.
Good morning, BG.
What's up? Good morning.
I can't wait to see you.
No, I was gonna say it's so weird not like seeing you around here right now.
I know it. I don't like not being around. But just a couple questions. One is, as far as you had a little bit of time with USA Basketball and hoping to make the team again. What being a part of that team helps your game, and what do you learn from somebody like a new coach now with Dawn Staley?
I mean, best of the best are always at the camp, so it's always super competitive. I learned that the 3X is not for me. I did learn that at the break. But just being competitive and just pushing each other, like we're always going against each other so many times, and then going to USA camp, we're able to kind of come together, still compete against each other, you know, when we practice, but just helping each other out, different little things. And then Dawn is just amazing. Player, coach, she's been there, done it on every level. So she has so much insight for on the court and off the court advice.
With all the experience you have, not only USA Basketball, the WNBA, being over in Europe, talk about the growth of the league as far as the players that you're going up against, the young centers that are coming into the league, and even the veteran players, but just that position in itself.
Yeah, the young centers that are coming in, they're hungry. They're definitely talented. We had a stretch where they weren't the tallest, and then we had McCowan come in, we had Kalani come in, so we got the height coming back a little bit there, so which I love. And they're not shy. They're ready to learn. They're ready to bang. They're ready to go right at you, and that's what I love. I love when I see the younger players come in and they take it right to us. I like that. I've always been a fan of players that have that grit and that toughness.
Two questions are Sierra Santos with Fox 10 and Alex Simon.
Hey, Brittney, you got 70% of your games that are going to be on national television. What do you like about that? And also, how do you feel about the schedule in general?
Schedule, when I looked at it, I was like, okay, it's kind of like some playoff vibes, you know, how we play, you know, certain teams will play on multiple times back to back, and then kind of staying in different markets, how we are, play, day in between play. I like it. It keeps it fresh, keeps it going. It just reminds me of playoffs, honestly. So just got to bring the playoffs mentality, honestly. So that'll help us in the long run. So I'm liking the schedule, honestly.
On a question is Alex Simon with the Next.
Hi, Brittney. As Baylor's most prominent alum, I was just curious what your thoughts have been on their coaching changes. I know you faced off against Nikki for years in the W with her as an assistant and a head coach. So what do you think of their changes there?
Big changes. I think she's gonna definitely fit in, and I mean, congratulations to her as well as becoming one of the Baylor Bear family. I think she's gonna do a good job there. Honestly, they definitely got a great coach, and you know, Kim went home, so you know, I'm happy for her. I know one thing that woman always talked about was Louisiana, and you know, I have family from Louisiana, so I get it. So I know she's happy to be back home. So I'm happy for her.
Thank you for the time, Brittney.
Thank you. All right, everybody.